What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So, on to talk about this guy, Mr. Andre 3000, aka Mr. Three Stacks, aka Mr. Andre Benjamin. Right? So, I saw a clip of an interview, and they were asking him about would he be making a rap album because he supposedly is going to drop a flute album, album of him playing the flute. Is it dropping today, maybe? I'm assuming. Right? But he says, like, he was getting questioned about when is some rap music coming from you. And he said at times it feels inauthentic for him to rap because he doesn't have anything to talk about, right? He's like, he's almost 50 years old. So he's like, what am I going to talk about? My colonoscopy or my eyesight going bad, etc. He really doesn't have much to talk about. He's not really sitting on raps because he don't have anything to talk about. And honestly, y'all, I really think Mr. Andre 3000 is selling himself short. I think he has a lot to talk about. The world has changed drastically over the last, 3 years, right? We've had a COVID-19 epidemic a COVID-19 pandemic, the pandemic that came and wiped out a large segment of black population, right? We've seen this economy go crazy, inflated economy we living in. He can talk about having to get a colonoscopy and talking about men's health and black men needing to take care of themselves, which is something like 3K, 3 Stacks is such an excellent rapper, bro. He can talk about almost anything on a song and people will listen to it. They will listen because he can do it in such a creative way. He's that type of musical genius. For those who don't know, Outkast is my favorite group of all time. My favorite hip hop group of all time is Outkast, without question, right? And so I've been listening to 3 Stacks for a long time, and I'm always impressed at the things that he's able to do, even outside of his work with Outkast. I remember when I heard his verse on Sorry by T.I., aka Tip. Listen to that verse where he talks about breaking up his nest with Erykah Badu, and how it affected him, and how sometimes he wishes he would have done things differently, and how he wished an older man could have guided him from getting distracted by, the lustful ways of being a rapper, or, his career being so career centered. And sometimes he wished he would have never broken up that nest because it was like, I'm telling you have to listen to it. And he talks about a lot of men feeling like this as their years go on and after they've attained a success, or, a certain amount of success, etc. And that was so dope to me because at that time, I was a father. Sorry came out in 2012, 2013. I became a father in 2011, right? And at that point, I was having turmoil with my daughter's mom and whatever. We thinking, oh my God, we're going to break up or whatever. And and matter of fact, I think by the time it came out, we might have been broken up or whatever at that point. But yeah, and it made me just think about it as a young man. I'm like, yo, he can bring so much to rap, man. I really think he's selling himself short. I just honestly don't think 3 Stacks, is into rap like that anymore. I really don't. I don't think he has a passion to rap like that for real. Or he thinks he won't be taken serious by this younger generation. I don't think he thinks, they don't want to listen to me. They don't want to hear what I have to say. But I don't think that's true. I think he's that dope that people, like, you can put a beat over that damn interview he did and people would just be like, oh shit, bobbing their head. Like, I don't know. He's just a special, special talent. And again, I think he can, if anybody can rap about, what's going on in the world today, he can. He has a son. I don't know if his son's 7 with Erykah Badu. I don't know if he went to college. He could talk about them student loans, how they need to get these kids, how we need to stop this student loan debt and end it immediately. Because if we got money to give away to migrants in our country, we got money to fund wars, etc., and give to other countries, we can stop this student loan debt for sure. And 3K can articulate that. Who better to articulate that than Andre 3 Stacks? For real. Who better to articulate that than Andre? I really would be interested in hearing about him talk about, like, we get a 444 from Andre 3000, man. And I honestly think he could do it better than Jigga. I really do. I think he could do it better than Jigga because it's not going to be all about financial literacy at times. And I'm not, 444 wasn't all about financial literacy, but he can talk about some stuff, I think, in a more in-depth way than Jigga can. For real, because even though Jigga my favorite rapper, I think Andre 3000 can get, to depths that will make the hip hop world really think about certain stuff that's going on in the country. He can talk about the migrant situation, in America. He can talk about all type of, like, he can talk about wars. He's just that dude when it comes to that. I just don't think he has a passion to do it. For real. But he's one of my favorite MCs of all time, as y'all can tell. I don't got him there just because it looks good or it looks nice. My sister got me the So Fresh, So Clean, where he looks like he's dressed like Mr. Clean with the, what did it say? Mr. Andre 3000 on the bottle, right? And it got So Fresh at the bottom of the painting. I remember how I felt when I first heard Stankonia, that album, as a young boy. And I was like, I had to go back and listen to Aquemini and all of that, right? Had to listen to those things. So and man, it really had me like, infatuated with Outkast. For real. Outkast and his in their entire discography. So yeah, man, I think we would listen to him talk about getting the colonoscopy and eyesight going bad and his bones aching when he get out of bed, and how he might think drill rap is kind of like terrible for certain parts of the culture. Talking about how the rap game has changed from his time to now. Yeah, man, I really wish we could get that album from him. I really wish we could, because I just know it'd be dope, man. I just know he would have a lot of things to talk about, and I think sometimes those messages are missing in hip-hop. Now, we hear from Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, we hear from certain type artists, but it's not enough. And I don't know, like, for real, he does it so well that I would just be like, he do this rap shit so well, I'll be like, man, I would marvel at it, for real, man. So I want to hear it personally. I do. I want to hear him talk about those things. I think he could talk about a lot. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.